The question is, let's let's ask this to ourselves. Is my addiction bad enough? All right. When it comes to drug and alcohol addiction, it's difficult to be objective and admit you have a problem. If substance abuse is causing negative effects in your life, it's time to take a closer look and come to terms with the fact that you might have an addiction. Once you can accept that, you are already on the path to recovery. The next step is to decide how to get sober. This can be confusing if you are questioning whether your addiction is severe enough to require rehab. Well, according to SAMHSA, SAMSA 2012 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, only 10% of those struggling with substance dependence or abuse receive treatment. So many people decide to forgo treatment because they haven't hit rock bottom or simply don't think their problem is bad enough. The truth of the matter is that if you're questioning whether or not you need help getting sober, I think you likely do. This is especially true if you think you need treatment for addiction to to these powders, you know that, to the substance. Okay, so before we move on, I think it's also important to understand the severity of your addiction. All right, so if your life and relationships are being negatively affected by your substance use, you probably have an addiction. Addiction is diagnosed on a spectrum. So, the criteria for addiction can help you determine if your addiction is mild, moderate, or severe. There is a total of 11 criteria, including: first, lack of control; second, desire to quit but unable; third, spending a lot of time trying to get the substance; fourth, cravings; fifth, lack of responsibility; six, problems with relationships; seventh, loss of interest; eight, dangerous use; nine, worsening situations; 10th, tolerance; and 11th is withdrawal. So the severity is determined by how many criteria you meet. For example, if two or three of the criteria apply to you, you would have a mild substance use disorder. But even if you have a mild diagnosis, you should still seek help to get sober. It's important to remember that addiction is a progressive disease, meaning it will get worse. If you're only a mild case right now, it will likely become moderate or severe in the future. Addiction is a chronic disease, much like asthma, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, and many others. If you were diagnosed with stage 1 cancer, Would you not seek some form of treatment to prevent it from getting worse? You don't have to be at rock bottom to need treatment. Get help before it gets out of your hand. If you are at rock bottom or have a severe diagnosis, it's never too late to get the help you need. Hiding your addiction behind a successful career, you are known as a high functioning addict. I would like to talk more about high functioning addicts in my next episode, because one of the biggest issues high functioning addicts face is denial. Well, addiction is a lifelong disease. Going through the treatment process will teach you to beat it in time and time again. You will also have to gain a support network to help you in the battle for years to come. So, getting treatment really is your best chance at a successful recovery.